Hi guys, welcome back to When Life Gives You Lemons. I'm Ellen. Today we're going to talk about relationships and support, the support systems that you have in your life and that sort of thing. So before we get started, I'm going to switch over and share my screen. I've got one question for you. So if you could possess one unique superpower, what would it be? What things do you wish you could do? What ability do you wish you had? And why? Why would you want those things? So I think mine would be being able to travel all over the place. Just the snap of my fingers, go wherever I wanted to go. I've always loved to travel. And so I think that would be a fun superpower to be able to go all over the world. And of course be able to bring some people with me too. Because traveling by yourself is fun, but it's fun too to bring other people with you. So the next thing we're gonna do, last week we did the breathing exercises. So today we're gonna do a 3-minute seated yoga. So these are things that you can do while you're sitting on the couch, watching Netflix, binging whatever show you're obsessed with this week, because we go through everything so quickly. So the first one we're gonna do is the body fold. So you're gonna put your arms, your hands in your lap, and you're gonna fold your head down. And you're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. And remember to focus on your breathing, kind of regulate that, calm yourself down. All right, and then we'll come back up. And then we're gonna stretch up. So you're gonna put your arms straight up. You're gonna look up to the sky. Remember, focus on your breathing for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna come back down and we're gonna stretch to your right or left, whichever you prefer. And then we're gonna switch to the other side. All right, and then we're going to do the lotus twist. So that's, some people can do it. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. You do the best you can. So the thing about yoga is you can modify it. So. All right. And the next thing we're going to do is called the lift and stretch. So you're going to bring one foot up and the other arm out. Lift and reach. Sorry, I can't read apparently. We'll do the other side. All right. And then we're going to do the half lotus. So that's going to take your one leg and you're going to put it up on top of your other leg, just like in the picture. We'll do this side for 30 seconds and then switch to the other side for 30 seconds. Be sure to focus on your breathing, sit up straight, have good posture. All right, and then we'll switch. Remember, sit up straight, focus on your breathing. All right, so that was some quick seated yoga, not hard to do, except for maybe that leg lift and reach thing. That was a little challenging, but after you do it a few times, you'll build up the strength. I highly recommend that you check out, and I'm not paid by anything. I just love this website. We've been doing it within our office. We've been doing different workouts every day, twice a day, sometimes. From this website. It's dareby.com. It's all sorts of free workouts and they have nutrition tips and all sorts of really cool things. So if you have a second, I highly suggest you check it out. So now we're going to get into relationships. So what does a relationship mean to you? You know, there's multiple kinds of relationships, and we'll get into that in a couple of slides. But what does a relationship mean to you? I think to me, it means something that's healthy and happy, no matter who it's with. You don't want toxic people. You don't want to always be fighting. I think relationships have to include a lot of communication. So that's my thoughts on relationships. But feel free with any of these questions throughout any of my videos, but especially today, to put in the comments below or message us on Facebook, and the links will be on the slide at the very end. So what types of relationships are there? What kinds can you think of? So here they are right here. It's a little different not doing this in person and not doing it live. But anyways, we've got familial, so that's your family, your friendships, your intimate and or romantic partners, and then just casual relationships. And so we'll get into who's included in these different categories. So obviously familial is your parents, your step-parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, caregivers, pets, those people that you always get together, your family gatherings, and that could be close friends, family friends that they're always at every family birthday party. Whoever you consider your family, whether they're blood related or not. So for friendship, it's your best friends. It's your activity specific friends. So that could be you're on the soccer team. You've got your soccer friends. You don't necessarily have to hang out with them outside of that activity. But in the meantime, you could maybe consider them friends while you're on the field. If you're not at least friendly with each other on a sports team, that can cause issues. That's a whole other thing we'll get into later. So you've got short-term and lifelong friends also. You've got those friends that you have for a little bit. And as you go through high school and you get into college, you'll find you might not have the same friends that you did in high school or in elementary school. Maybe you've already found that out or are figuring it out now, and that can be really hard. But it's a part of life. Everybody goes through it. It doesn't mean that you can't connect up back with each other in the future. But in the meantime, those are your different types of friendships. Your intimate and or romantic partner, that could be boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, a hookup or a crush, somebody that you like more than a friend. And then your casual relationships. So those are your acquaintances, your peers, your classmates, your teachers, your coaches, clergy, basically anyone outside of those other groups, people that you interact with maybe on a daily basis, especially if they're teachers or classmates, your coaches and that sort of thing. But you don't necessarily hang out with them after school. You're not texting them all the time. You're not Snapchatting them. They're more of like a casual relationship. So the next thing we're gonna do, and if you can, you need to pause me. You're gonna need two pieces of paper, one way or another. You're gonna need, I have a white color or a white paper and then a colored piece of paper, but if you only have like the same color paper, that's totally fine. So on the first piece of paper, I want you to, at the top, write characteristics of an unhealthy relationship, or you can just write unhealthy relationship. Then I want you to take a minute, maybe a few seconds, and write down different characteristics of an unhealthy relationship. What things make up an unhealthy relationship? What words can you think of that describe a relationship that isn't healthy? I'll give you just a few more seconds. Okay. So, control. If there's a lot of control, mainly coming from one side, if it's not equal, you have one partner in the relationship that's more controlling than the other, that can be unhealthy. That's not good. Hostility, dishonesty. Dishonesty is huge. Like, you have to have honesty in a relationship, and if they're lying, they're being sneaky, it's not a good sign. Disrespect, dependence, they're always relying on you for everything and anything. Intimidation, they think they can scare you or intimidate you into doing something or saying something. Physical violence, that's obviously not good at all. Sexual violence, arguing, ignoring, guilting, and cheating. So now you're going to take that piece of paper and you're going to crumple it up into a ball. Just like that. And you're going to set it to the side. So now I want you to take the next piece of paper, and I want you to write down the characteristics of a healthy relationship. So yes, you can go ahead and you can write the opposite of everything that you just wrote, but what else? What else goes into healthy relationships? What makes them successful? What makes you want to stay with somebody? So I'll give you a few seconds to write those down. Good thing about this being a video is if I go too fast, you can just pause me or totally ignore this activity. Either way is totally fine. So the characteristics of a healthy relationship. Communication is key. I can't stress this enough. Communication makes a world of difference. If you can't communicate with each other, it's going to end up in fights. There's going to be hurt feelings, and maybe over something silly, like you may have taken something wrong, or your partner may have taken something wrong, and that's not how it was intended. So communicating your feelings is huge and so important. Trust, honesty, respect, time. You have to put the time in. You can't just let it be. You have to take the time to talk to each other, to hang out with each other, to go do things with each other. Obviously right now that might be hard, with being in quarantine. It's hard to keep those relationships going, and we can talk a little bit about that in a minute. Boundaries, support, equality, love and caring. Fun. You want to have fun. It can't be serious all the time. If you're in a relationship that's so serious all the time, you'll get burned out, you'll get tired. You want to have fun. You want to throw fun in there also. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of origami. We're going to see how this goes. So with that piece of paper that you just wrote the healthy relationships on, what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half. I think hamburger way. I think this is the hamburger way. Short ends together. And then you're going to fold it up. Again, short ends together. Then you're going to keep it folded in half with the flaps, the opening at the top. And you're going to fold it in. You're going to do the same with the other side. I completely steered you wrong. So what we're going to do is we're going to open those back up we're gonna put the flap at the bottom, and we're gonna fold the top corners. The folded side, so you can't open this, it's the folded side. The folded side is gonna go like this. See, I don't have my trusty cat with me. She's the origami queen and always gets me out of these messes. Steers me in the right direction. All right. So, you got, it's supposed to look like this. The opening is at the bottom. Moves like that. Okay. And then you're gonna flip up the top. Just like this. And then you're going to tuck those into yourself and tuck it over. And tuck these in. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to, so you see how I do that? So you tuck the both sides into each other. So you got a triangle. And then you're going to push it together like that and make a square. And then you're going to fold up like that. My hands out of the way. And fold up the other side. Like that. And then you're going to open it up so you'll have like a square. What you're going to do is you're going to take these and you're going to gently pull through. And got yourself a boat. In a way. An origami boat. So, here you go. So, what I want you to do now is you got your boat with all of the healthy relationship characteristics, the things that are going to make your relationship succeed. You got your boat. I want you to take that crumpled up piece of paper with all of the unhealthy relationship characteristics on it, the things that are bad. And I want you to throw it in your boat. And I want you to remember that those things are the things that are going to sink your relationship. See, boat, ship, you're going to sink your relationship. I thought it was funny, but hopefully you did too. So now we're going to move on and we're going to see if I can switch over without, I think I can. Cool. Technology is like a whole new thing when you're working from home. So now we're going to switch over and do another activity. So now we're going to talk about the support system that you have, the supports around you. So this comes from an activity book, one of many that I have in my office. And I think it's a really good way to remind yourself of who you have. Sometimes it gets lost in your daily routine. You're always busy. You've got sports, you've got activities, you've got clubs, you've got family things, you've got this, that, and the other thing. And you don't think about the people that you might not see all the time, or you might not spend a lot of time with. Or you might not think to thank them or talk to them or just have a conversation with them. outside of the regular routine. So who supports you? You've got your parents, maybe your extended family, teachers, neighbors, friends, coaches, employers, and anyone else that's in your life consistently that helps you, mentors, people at your church or religious service or whatever. Um, who's there for you? Who helps you through the hard times? Who helps you through the good times? Who's there? Who supports you? So I want you can unwrinkle one of those pieces of papers. You can get another piece of paper, or you can just think about this as we go through the different circles. So I want you to put a circle in the middle of the paper if you got a piece of paper. And then I want you to put, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I've got 8 circles around the outside. You might want more. You might want to add more around the outside. But if you want to start small for now, think of those 6 or 8 people. So back up. Draw those circles. And then I want you to put your name in the middle. And then put your supporters around the outside. Who supports you? Then I want you to circle somebody that you want to reach out to this week. With everybody in quarantine, this is a crucial time to make sure you stay in contact. So reaching out to them, you can send them an email. And then I want you to go around the circle until you've figured out, put it in your calendar, put a reminder in your phone for each person, and either send them an email, send them a text, give them a phone call. We don't always use like an actual phone for phone calls anymore. So give them a call. Have a conversation with them, see how they're doing. Maybe you'd be surprised at how much it helps you along with them, make them feel better, make them feel connected in this uncertain, isolating time. So over the next couple of weeks, I want you to pick 1 or 2 people a week to contact more, and maybe it's somebody that you do talk to now, but maybe contact them in a way that's more meaningful than you already interact with them. So, like I said, you can call, you can video chat, you can send them an email, write them a letter. I mean, mail isn't as popular anymore. Write them, make them a little card. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to have like a fancy Cricut machine or be all that crafty. Take a piece of paper, fold it in half, write some things on it, draw whatever you want to, a flower, the sun, something fun, something happy. And then whenever this coronacation is over, go and visit them. It can't hurt. All right, so that's all I've got for you for today's lesson, your adulting lesson, the first episode of When Life Gives You Lemons. Super exciting. So feel free to reach out to me if you have questions, put them in the comments. If you follow Hyde, HYDE on Instagram or Facebook, it's at Hyde Adulting. So HYDEADULTING. I can put the links in the description and all that fun stuff too. Feel free to reach out to us. I've also got social media posts that are going out just about daily. Trivia on Tuesday. Answer those 10 questions. They're just random fun questions. Just something else fun to do while we're stuck inside. It could be a fun distraction outside of your schoolwork, or now that you're home all the time, maybe you have more chores. So this will give you something a little more fun to do, break up the day a little bit, give you something different. So thanks for watching.